Team Rubicon is a veterans-based disaster response team that unites the skills and experiences of military veterans with first responders. Allows us to rapidly respond to disaster around the world and across the United States. Help survivors on their worst day.
What kind of skills do y'all bring to a problem?
Well, veterans bring unique skills to a problem. We about almost 2.5 million or so veterans served since 9/11. In that time, they've served in about 150 countries around the world. A lot of them participated in Iraq, a lot of them participated in Afghanistan, some even multiple times. And they're used to dealing with citizens in displaced populations. They're used to having to make decisions without perfect information. And they're used to executing those decisions with a logistics team that is a great logistics team, but may not have all the logistics they need to execute that mission on the ground. And a lot of that sounds just like a disaster area, right? Displaced population, limited knowledge, and limited ability to execute the mission. So
how do you all end up partnering with local governments or any government?
Well, a lot of the emergency managers we work with, we've already developed a relationship with them through briefings and reaching out to them. And they find a problem they have in their community. A lot of times they'll reach out to us. They'll reach out through their state administrators, state emergency managers. We have a great relationship here with VDEM here in the state, and a lot of their section and city managers and things like that. They kind of give us an idea of what they're looking at. We'll go in, send a recon team in and evaluate the situation. Sometimes we can offer them a skill set that they weren't aware of that we had, that maybe we can help them with as well.
A lot of times these are governments and localities that have been overwhelmed with other responses. And
yes, they have. You know, we've been in several, we've done 6 or 7 of these around the state here now. Wise County and the ice storm they had there a few years back. Hurricane Matthews was one of the last ones we did. The Essex tornado, places like that. They get rapidly overwhelmed with all the disaster. People coming to them wanting, you know, wanting answers. Spontaneous volunteers in communities that want to come out and help. We help manage that for them, and then bring all the rest of our skill sets and our capabilities to add to their team and add to their toolbox. We're not the sole answer. There's other VOADs out there as well, but we're just another tool in their toolbox that can come in and help them out.
The tip of the saw go through, pop your shroud cover, make sure your filter's on good, make sure your change catcher's intact. Be safe in here. There's a lot of big stuff here. We got it this morning. We cut it down so that it's at a reasonable height. Now here's the thing, everything that's in there has to go over on here. Now you don't have a lot of room, so keep it off here because they keep big trucks, so you got to be back into here somewhere. So probably lay some stuff along here to kind of build a bridge and stack it up. Stuff like this here, as much you can cut 6 foot long to 8 foot long if you can handle it.
Yeah.
Sawyers, that sycamore there, it's still kind of green, it's heavier than hell. Think about your swampers. If you got to cut them 6 inches, cut them 6 inches. Don't wear them out. Watch each other for your drinking water. We're in no rush, so nobody gets hurt. Kind of work your way in here. If you need to get your escape path, cut some of this brush out. You all got loppers, and take your time. Okay?
How did you end up here in Lynchburg?
Well, here in Lynchburg, one of our city coordinators who hadn't been in place that long and familiar with the area reached out to me after talking to the city folks and during the January snowstorm, February heavy rains that you guys had. Said there were a lot of blockages down here on Blackwater Creek, and could we send a team out here to evaluate and see if it was something that we thought we could help them with. We'd planned it for April, and then the tornadoes and the heavy rains hit again the weekend prior, so we had to cancel, and now we're back down here again trying to get the mission executed.
So basically you're removing a whole lot of, just deadfall, that sort of thing? Yeah,
there's a bunch of trash, so a bunch of deadfall fell place in the river, created 4 or 5 blockages, it's accumulated a lot of trash behind that. The real game plan was to pick up the trash today, and then we had some storms upriver that caused the creek to flood again. But we're going to try to do our best to remove those blockages, pick up the trash that's floating in there, get the logs up on the board, and working with the public works folks when their trucks to boom the heavier logs out. And then I've got 4 sets of saw teams here, 6 or so people per truck, and we'll buck and limb those, put them out here for the trucks to come back and pick up.
What branch of the military were you in?
Army.
Army, okay. And how long have you been a volunteer with Team Rubicon?
Just a little under a year.
Okay.
Yep.
Why'd you do it?
I wanted to get back with the camaraderie of a good mission, good job, and to help communities.
Good feeling, I guess, once you
It really is. At the end of the day, you feel like you've really accomplished a lot to help people in need, and then to get back with people you serve with, or fire, EMT, whoever.
Yeah.
I'm a Army veteran, and I was looking to find the camaraderie that I had in the service.
Have you found it here?
Yes, absolutely.
What's it like coming out and working at an event like this?
You get the good feeling that you're giving back to a community. I also enjoy the conversations and like I said, the camaraderie, the jokes, the interactions I get to share with my teammates.
And again, these are all folks who, they have day jobs, but this is something
Yes,
they volunteer and come out and...
Yeah, we've got, actually have about 78,000 volunteers across the country. 11,000 of those are volunteer leaders. They're across the country, throughout the United States. They all have families, they all have jobs. We do have some that are retired. We have some that are young and kind of getting started in their work process, but they're taking time off with volunteer time and spending their time in this community to help the folks in this community with the problem they have here. The great thing about Team Rubicon is, you know, when a military veteran leaves the military, whether he's retiring or whether he's just moving on to a different job in the civilian sector, he loses that tie to the group that he grew up with, you know, the military side of things, the camaraderie, the sharing of things. And we give them a new sense of purpose, a new sense of community, and a new sense of identity. Trading their skills into the disaster team, we give them some training, some online training, some field training. All these people that are here right now have had either field leadership training, they've had sawyer training, a weekend to learn how to use a chainsaw, and the skills that go with that, the safety and everything else. So we give them all this training, and we send them out in the field and let them participate and help communities.
Yeah. Like you said, they already have skills that already translate
That's
pretty
right,
well.
and they have skill sets. Leadership skills are one of the biggies that translate so well for us. You know, I could probably take any one of these people here and they could fill my role in a heartbeat. I'm just the one that was selected to do it. I'd rather actually I'd be sawing with them, but we have some great leaders in Team Rubicon, and they all have a different role at every place they show up in. They know that role and they fulfill that role, whatever it happens to be.